Here.
Yep.
With the pound tumbling, is it getting close to the time where we ditch the pound in favour of the euro?
Should we ditch the pound? Lembit?
Now's the worst. We should have done that a long time ago. My judgment is...
why would it help?
Well, it wouldn't help if we did it just now because we would get an unfavourable rate. It would have helped in the past because we're actually doing a lot worse than many of the countries in the Eurozone. And I don't accept that by having the euro, we would lose our national identity. It's just good, sensible economics.
Okay.
And we've missed the boat because we missed the opportunity to do it when it was most advantageous to us, which was about 5 years ago.
At parity with the euro, Jim Knight. Have a good moment to join.
I don't think these circumstances change things radically. I think we still need to apply the same tests that we've been applying for the last few years. The low value of the pound at least helps our exporters. It helps our manufacturing industry, which we've been talking about this evening, and we need to make the most of that.
So go on, speak up.
What exports?
What exports?
We've lost our manufacturing industry in this country a long time ago.
I know our manufacturing industry was hit hugely in the 80s, and we lost an awful lot, but there are still...
because of the minimum wage? Sorry, it's impossible. Jim, hold on, no, shut up. Jim Knight, would it be... he says it's a bad moment to go in with the pound as low as this. If you're saying it gives an advantage to Britain to go in, the low value of sterling gives Britain an advantage, is it not better to go in when sterling is low and you're at parity with the euro? I'm not saying you want to go in, but if you were to go in, would that not be a good time to go in?
David, I tried to be clear that I don't think the circumstances have changed from where they were over 5 years ago in terms of whether or not we should join the euro. I think the test remains the same.
But the value of the pound and euro...
Yeah, the value of the pound...
good or bad?
The value of the pound is good for our exporters, it's bad for our holidaymakers and those who want to take those cheap flights abroad.
Well, he doesn't want anybody to go flying around anyway. Well, Self, what do you think?
Well, I do think it affects sovereignty. I've had a bit of a Damascene conversion over Europe. I mean, I think it's an anti-democratic organisation, and I think that not having our own currency would make us more likely to be absorbed into Europe. Mind you, it's not very democratic around here either. I don't know if you've noticed.
Esther Ranson.
Gosh, well, if this is a bad time to try and make people come off benefit and go to work, how bad would it be if Gordon Brown were to suddenly stand up and say, oh, and by the way, goodbye pound and hello euro? That would cheer everyone up, wouldn't it? I mean, I can't cope with kilograms. I can't cope with meters. I'm sorry about this. I'm still in the foot, yard, pound and ounce regime, and I would mind losing the pound. But, madam, it means no more cheap flights for you, because they won't be cheap, because there won't be aeroplanes, and you'll have to pay a fortune. So you can go on holiday to the New Forest, where I've got a very nice little cottage and would rent it to you for, a very small amount of money. I'm not sure the loo's very good, but it's better than the one I've had to suffer. So,
come and visit Dorset while
you're in come and visit Dorset.
And Wales.
Yeah.
So there are real advantages.
Let's stop this provincial touting for business.
There are advantages, are there not, in having a lower pound? There are advantages.
Nadine Dorries.
Well, one advantage of a low pound is actually that it's usually good for us with exports. Exports are normally up. However, given the situation at the moment, we're not even having that as a benefit for a low pound. It is a bad time.
Sorry, given what aren't we getting the benefit?
Well, there is normally, if there's a low pound, then we obviously benefit from exports, but we're not exporting because the manufacturing base is so low.
So you agree with the man over there?
The man over there was absolutely right.
And it was in the 80s that it was destroyed? Do you agree with Jim Knight saying that?
Actually, no, I don't, actually. The reason why I don't agree is we've seen a sharp decline in manufacturing over the last 5 years. But I just would like to say I don't think actually to go into the euro we'd even meet the credibility criteria now that was always in place. And I think it would be we would lose our sovereignty. It would be a disaster for our British culture. It's disappearing as it is anyway. It's eroding as it is. We have no sense of identity or community or who we are, and we need to keep that, not lose it.
Kevin, go on, there's your answer. Do you want to make a brief comment? Just very quickly, if you would.
Well, I think now is a bad time to adopt the euro, but I've worked in the Merchant Navy on British merchant ships, and the currency on the ship was American dollars, and it doesn't matter what you pay for your drinks or your cigarettes that are under the counter. It doesn't matter. You'll just buy it anyway.
Right, so whether it's